welcome to the Philahoops.com post-game show. I'm Chase Sr., along here with Aaron Bracy, Teddy Bailey, and Matt Schultz. After we just saw DC take down Philly 2 nights in a row consecutively here at Hagan Arena by a score of 102-94. DC originally had defeated Philadelphia 113-93 on Saturday, and they came back and took the series 2-0. First, we'll talk about the Basketball Alumni Legends League. It is a funky concept, if that sums it up. The rules are very odd. It's a faster-paced game in which there are 10-minute quarters, a 30-minute shot clock. Free throws are worth 2 points, and there are no free throws on and-one opportunities. And instead of 7 fouls until the penalty, there are 16 fouls until a team goes into a penalty. And in the last 5 minutes of the game, there are 20-second shot clocks, which is very weird. It makes the whole concept and the flow of the game go by very quickly. Aaron, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the Basketball Alumni Legends League whole concept?
Well, the concept I really like. I like the idea of getting local players, giving fans a chance to see them again. And I think the innovations are a good idea too. I think what they're trying to do is speed up the game, take out the dead time. But I think maybe it was kind of like too much thrown at us at once. Like for instance, the 4-pointer I could have done without. But I think they're just trying to get a feel for it, and I give them credit for trying some new things. Overall, I mean, you gotta be impressed with the amount of talent, excitement. Guys are playing hard. I think today's game was a little bit better, more well played than the first game. You can tell there's a little bit more intensity, a little bit more defense. The Philly team really wanted to win, but the DC team came out on top. Overall, I think it has a chance. We'll have to see. The crowd was, I would say, okay tonight. But going forward, if they can get these kinds of players year in and year out, I think they might have a chance of working. We'll have to wait and see.
And 2 things I did forget to mention is that instead of a regular 3-point play, a 3-point shot, there's a 4-point shot. And we'll go to Teddy Bailey now. Your thoughts on the ball concept? What do you think of the league?
Yeah, like Aaron said, it's a great concept. There was hustle, there was effort. Only thing, they got great players in here, which definitely got in fans' interest in Philadelphia basketball. Only problem I have, they didn't sell Hagan Arena. It didn't look good at George Washington attendance-wise last night. So I think if they bring in the fans, sell the place out a little bit more, get more excitement. But it's a new league. You can't really expect 5,000 people for first time showing. So the concept's good. I think it'll work out well.
And Matt Schultz, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a great concept all the way around. I think the real die-hard college basketball fans are going to come out and see the players of yesteryear playing competitively again. The competition was good all the way through. At one point, I thought there was going to be a fight between the 2 teams.
There was a little scuffle there.
Yeah, so that's good to see. It's competitive, it's fun, it's a great experience all the way around, that's it.
Now we'll get to the game now. It was Team Philly that consisted of Nova, Temple, Drexel, LaSalle, and St. Joe's against Team DC that consisted of Georgetown, George Mason, George Washington, and Maryland. Now 2 teams had very good players, but DC kind of had the momentum from the start of the game, lost it a little bit during the midst of the game, but came back towards the end and finished very strong. One thing that was evident was that there was more defense today than there was on Saturday.
That's right, and you saw the Georgetown players really kind of came to the forefront. Jason Clark, Chris Wright, Oscar Freeman, those guys. And you remember, those were really good Georgetown teams. They were top 25 teams consistently. And those guys really took over the game, and very impressively considering the competition they had. So certainly if you're a Georgetown fan, a Big East fan, you really had to be impressed with what you saw tonight from Team DC, and especially from those Georgetown guys.
Right, Austin Freeman really took over early. The 2010-2011 Big East Player of the Year preseason poll. And Teddy Bailey, DC really had the obvious post advantage with Jai Lewis and James Gist. Gist really started it off quickly with 2 powerful throwdowns to really get the momentum going in DC's favor. Your thoughts on DC's postgame versus Philly's postgame?
Yeah, I mean, Lewis was just unstoppable. I mean, he was huge. I mean, they listed him, 6'7", 290, probably was a little bit more than that.
Right.
Philly didn't have that Jay Lewis type of guy. I mean, he was dominating the paint, could get in those easy buckets. But, I mean, competition's great. I don't know if they'll get these guys next year as their careers advance, but if they keep up this type of talent, it's going to be a good league.
Right. And the Temple players really showed up strong. I was very impressed with Ramon Moore. He got the starting going on early for Team Philadelphia with the baseline layup. I was really impressed with Dustin Salisbury. He came out, didn't really have too much minutes tonight, but when he was able to play, he really showed up well. Your thoughts on some of the Temple guys and how they played for Team Philadelphia tonight, Matt?
The Temple guys, their presence was evident. I think most of the time when Philly was putting points on the board, it was the Temple guy. At the same time, though, you had guys, St. Joe's guys coming off the bench. You got Tashid Carr, Dwayne Jones putting up 7 points. And then Pat Carroll, obviously, coming in his last game, putting up 12 points. So I thought it was good all the way around.
The most impressive player to me for Philly was Frank Elgar. He was all over the place inside. Overall, though, Jason Clark was just, he was just a beast. He was incredible for Team DC. So those would be my two picks.
Teddy Bailey, you're MVP on the Philly side, MVP on the DC side.
I'd probably have to go with Elgar on the Philly team. It was kind of a dark horse, as Colin Washington was saying earlier, but representing Drexel well. We didn't really expect him to put up, 16 points tonight, and he did that, so I'll give them MVP for him for the Philly squad. I kind of have to go with Jay Lewis from Washington, D.C. Not only was he fun to watch, dominated the paint, got good rebounds. I'll have to give it to him.
Matt Schultz, real quick.
I'm going to have to go with Tashid Carr, although not great on the stat sheet, put up 7 points. He played with so much intensity today. And then on the flip side, I have to go with Jason Clark because he brought it right back.
Jason Clark was in fact the MVP of the game. Played a really important role for Team DC. That'll do it for the Philahoops.com post-game show for the Basketball Alumni Legends League Showcase. Matt Schultz, Teddy Bailey, and Aaron Bracy. I'm Chase Sr. Everybody check out Philahoops.